there are several things to look at in the inverter that will guide you to get the type of the panel, the type of the battery that you want to, or the specs of the battery, the panel. So one that you're supposed to look at the voltage range of the inverter, both AC and DC voltage range. So for the voltage range of the inverter, okay, before I go on, I'm talking about the hybrid inverter in this case. The hybrid inverter, it's an inverter that is inclusive of the MPPT controller or PMW controller. That's an inverter. So an inverter will help you to determine, and I'm talking about the inverter that is hybrid, that has internal MPPT or PMW controllers. For the MPPT controller, specifically, even PMW. So the things that you're looking at, one, you're looking at the voltage specification of that inverter. For the base voltage specification, we have two types of voltages. One, AC voltage, two, DC voltage, and on DC voltage, you have two types of voltages. One, battery DC voltage or input. Two, panel or MPPT voltages. MPPT voltages, they have range. We have open circuit voltage and maximum voltage. The other thing that you're supposed to look at for the specs of the inverter, we are supposed to look at the current of the inverter. We have short circuit current and maximum current. Another item that is so crucial that you also look at the frequency of that inverter. You have frequency of that is on the side of AC. The frequency of that inverter. The frequency of that inverter will help you to know that if I'm inputting the grid, it should be the same as that is on the specs of the inverter. For example, there are other countries that are using up to 60 amps, and there are other countries, 60 Hz. There are other countries that are using 50 Hz, and 50 Hz is most common. So you must be so keen on looking at that. Another thing that is so much important is also the efficiency of that inverter. The efficiency of the inverter differentiates the quality of the inverter. In fact, the quality of inverter mostly depends on the efficiency of that inverter. The higher the efficiency, the higher the output of that inverter. You realize that some of the inverter you cannot output maybe 80% of its rate. It cannot generate, it cannot output. Then the efficiency also helps on a conversion from the solar panel. Some of the